Good evening, and thanks for coming along again to my Rome Total War 2 Emperor Edition yet again. Now, it's what I do with everybody. I want everybody to be sort of generally moving this way forward towards this place, because this is going to be my next target. So if I can get all my agents, in fact let's have a look at forces, down to there. I'm off to Paris tomorrow, so I won't have, well, for a few days, bit of a holiday. And so I'm hoping to get a few videos that I can put on here in readiness. I've already got 2 stacked up ready to show, and they're already uploaded. They're just down as private at the moment. I'm going to make those public, possibly sometime after I've finished this video just now. Okay, these are all going to Saguntum. No, they're not. What am I doing? I want to go to here. I don't know why I said there then for him. These all got the right place, didn't they? Yes, they did. So, okay, next one. Because this is going to be my next target, and I think it would be nice. It would be nice to wipe out Lepidus actually before I go away, but I'm not going to be able to achieve that. So, well, not realistically anyway. So I'm going to take all his mainland areas, I expect. Which are all in what we call modern Spain, or parts of modern Spain. So, no, not there. Why do I keep going there? Over to here. Okay, next go I hope to just reduce the garrison and make it much easier for my troops to go in there and take him. Right. Over to, come on, where are you? Over to here. Right, okay, that's good. So they're all heading in that direction. I want this guy here, who's still got some movement left, to head also towards there. Towards here. Now, those who watched my previous video will know... Where are we? Let's just take him to there for now. They'll know that there are 2 Lepidus armies up here, but they're faced by a Cantabrian army. I think they're Cantabrian, aren't they? Yeah, Cantabri. I don't know what kind of quality they are. I could have used spies to look at that, but anyway, I haven't done. The other thing that will be realised is that I can now get another general in here. I don't want to do that yet. Maybe I want to get that. No, maybe I do. Maybe I should get him now, and then I can move him next. Yeah, that's the way to do it, isn't it? Let's get him now. Then I can move him next turn. So what I want to do is raise forces. Where is it? Here. If I raise forces in Saguntum here. Okay, where are we? Raise forces. And we'll have... Oh, it's definitely raise army. I think we'll go for the foot troops. Recruit. Right, okay, I don't think he can move this turn, can he? No, he can't, or he can hardly move anyway, so if I can get him moving slightly in the right direction, that would be nice. Oh, I can get him to move over to here. Well, I don't know, where? Over to... Perhaps... Think. I think I can get away with it. If I move him up to there... Let's try this. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Well, I move him to there. What I actually want to do is move troops from here into that... Oh, I can upgrade that general. Let's do that now then. Yeah, I'm desperately hoping to make this as short as I possibly can, this video, so that I've got time to upload this one and add it to the other 2 that I put up there. Armour for all units, morale, shots per minute, no, morale, missile, morale, authority, I wish I could remember these, security against cunning agents, no, wealth from farming in the local province, it's tempting, isn't it? Shots per minute, no, I'm going to go for the melee one, armour, let's have that. Okay, because that's close combat, isn't it? So it's got to be good. And this one, I just go for that every time. So, right, okay, what I want to do is get him on army view, hopefully, to add to here. It's not going to work. Damn. Oh yeah, it is. Right, because that's the new one. Good. Right, okay, so what I want to do is add a couple of those units. They can add to his army. And I want to leave about 4 behind. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I take 3 with me, leave the 4 behind, leave the horse, and perhaps leave 2 of those in there. That should do it, shouldn't it? Yeah, okay.
Ready for battle.
Right, now what I have is this general here is a bit further forward than those there. He's got no movement left, of course. I don't think he has. See if he's got any at all. He might just have a little bit left in there. You never know, you look.
Advance.
No, he hasn't got. Might have moved a little bit without me really noticing. But anyway, the important thing is that he's going to be close enough. You see how close he is to there? He's going to be close enough.
Commander.
Hopefully, I might have to run that army. I'm not too sure. But the idea is that when this guy, who also, by the way, can be upgraded. Let's do that now. What we're going to have weapon damage. We've got missile units. Inflicted by all melee units. Yeah, we'll go for that one, definitely. Because he's going to have a bit of a bloody battle on his hands. Okay, so this one is going to go forward to take this place, provided I can, I can get it, provided he hasn't got some kind of massive army right next to it. Supported by, even I have to run these ones here just behind. And then this guy here, he's going to defend this place with the minimum number of troops that he's got in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus some horse, plus some missile troops against whatever survives from here. He's got, I think he had about 7 in there. No, he's only got 4 in there. They're full actually, those units. I could have done with hurting them a bit. And then 11 in there. Okay, so he could send 15 my way. If he does it now, these will still be able to support, I think. So he's got 8 plus the others. I think he would struggle. And of course I might even have 1 or 2 from the garrison that was there before. 6 at 120. Well, no, I don't think I'm going to be relying on them, to be quite frank. But anyway, that's what I'm going to go for. I think that's probably the most sensible thing. And then after that, if we can, I'm going to go for Ibusim, and that will virtually wipe out then, won't it? The Lepidus's, I was going to say Lepidus's Rome doesn't seem to make sense to me, because he's, well, I don't know, he's in Spain. He's not in Rome. So, okay, they're Romans in Spain, let's call it. Right, okay, well, I think, oh no, there was one other thing that occurred to me. There is an amphora or something. See if I can find it. By the way, I get 2 edicts now, don't I? So I'm going to use the second one as well. I could spend money on lots of buildings here, and I just don't want to do that. It's this one here that I want, and I want this, the amphora maker. I think the jeweler, which leads to other things. Let me just have a look. Because I've got the one that does enamelling and various things like that, so I think I've already got this one, or others that come from it. So let's have a look at this. Come on, this is taking some time, isn't it? I've been using my computer for other things, so I think it might be a bit loaded. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, that's the amphora maker. This one, jeweler, leading to enameller. Yeah, I know for certain I've got an enameller. I don't think I've got a goldsmith, but I think that's just because I'm not up to that level. So really, I want, and I know I've got a mint, of course. Actually, I've gone up to. Yeah, I'm not up to that one. I'm just up to the mint, aren't I? That's just this one here. Okay, so second level. So what I want is the amphora in here, because that's one I haven't got. Remember my task in all of this, or one of my achievements that I want to get as part of just the general game. Oh, crikey, I've gone lower than I thought I would do actually. Is to fulfill all the buildings to get the. I think it's to get every single building, isn't it? Roman Victor, which one is it? Legionary, Champion of the Gods. Great Library, Door Range, Veteran, Spy Master, Noble Master, Champion of the Gods, Roman Victor, Control Term. I could have swore it was there actually. Research all technologies. Maximum Legend. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's there somewhere. It's to build every building that you can, or to build the maximum of certain buildings. I can't remember. Anyway, that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going for trying to get every single building if I possibly can. So I think that's it. We've got. No, there was that other thing where I could get. Let's just have a quick look at there's any that it might help. This one here is not really low enough. It's going to go in 11 turns or so it says, but I think that's plenty of time. I could put an edict in there. This one is -6, that's going to go in 26 turns. This one is going to go in 18 turns, 58 turns. I think we can ignore that one. This one is going in public order stable. Oh, that's well happy, isn't it? This one, stable. Oh, this one, 33 turns. Still plenty of time, isn't it? And we're going to get that -1 every turn. I really don't need to worry about any of these. Maybe that, but you see in 4 turns, you see this goes down. Oops. So if you look on the, oops, come on. If you look on where it says that -10, well, you get about 3 greens at the bottom, don't you? And working up from the bottom, you get 8, 1, 4, and then -10. Well, next to the provincial instability one there is a -1. In other words, the -10 is going to go down each turn. So in 4 turns, that -4 is going to disappear. And we're not going to rebel for 6 turns. So that place is going to be stable. So really, I really don't need to worry about hardly any of these places at all. But I've got the edicts. You see, there's another one. I'll you know, sort that one out in time. And -3 again, 58 turns. It's going down. Oh, no, it isn't actually going down 1 per turn, that one. Ah, now why? -3 buildings, squalor, cultural differences, faction. Okay, so maybe this is. Oh, I can't put one in there. Probably because I haven't got the whole province. No, I haven't. Well, I can't know anything about that one, but fight off rebellions when the time comes. -3. Is that the one I just looked at? No, it isn't. -3. That one's not going down by any, but it's going in 18 turns. Got bags and bags of time. I think that might be the one to do, though. This one here. -6 per turn. It's going in 26 turns. Well, let's do this one then, if I can. No, I can't. Okay, another one then. Is it this one? I can't do any edicts. I thought I got an extra edict. You are currently unable to issue. Oh, I must have done it already on the previous video. I had no idea I'd already issued the edict. I'd just forgotten completely. I've had a busy day today. It's been my birthday, so I had cake, and I had a Shenandoah DVD's been given to me, so I can't wait to watch that one. Okay, well I think that's it for everything now. I'm just waiting for this technology, aren't I? So, okay, let's go for it. Yeah, I got Shenandoah. Do you remember Shenandoah, the James Stewart film? Jimmy Stewart, I think they call him. Fantastic movie. Came out in 1965. I believe it's still as good today as it was then. I haven't seen it for a long time. I don't think I saw it in '65, but I've certainly I've seen it. I would say within the last 10 years, maybe I've seen it. But anyway, I'd very much like to see it. What's happening here? Are we doing an end turn or what? Did I ask for end turn then? What's going on? Have I just ended turn twice by mistake? Did it go all the way through without me even noticing? No, it can't have done. That's weird. Maybe I didn't press it. Anyway, I've got the DVD to watch. I so want to watch it, but I want to watch it on my computer. And of course, if I'm saving a video or uploading a video, then it's going to slow the film down really, and it's not going to work very well. But I'd love to watch it. Of course, I've had a busy day today, travelling around, visiting people, blah blah, you know, like you do. Well, I've been around to my dad's house, and you know. Anyway, long story, but it does mean that I haven't got much time to get this on, so I do want to make this quite a short video if I possibly can. It's never going to happen with me though, is it? No such thing. Oh, hang on, that was the Cantabri who've just attacked Lepidus, or Lepidus's legions, or one of them anyway, which was entrenched by the look of it, and they've failed to win. Ah, I should mention, by the way, I did hover over those Lepidus legions to see where they could reach, and they can't actually reach my town over to the east of the picture that's on there now, you know, the one that I fiddled about with the generals on before. Research complete. Right, okay, I know what I'm going to get now. It is, where is it? here. I'm not sure which category it's in, but I know what I want. That one. It's only 3 turns to get it. +3 growth in all provinces. Got to be good. And then +3 wealth from industry as well. So main thing is it only takes 3 turns. So I'm getting benefits from it right away. Construction report. Garrison Colonia. Now, fountains. I don't think I can go up any further from fountains. I've only got 11,000 anyway. Just have a quick look at it. Pretty sure I can't go up from fountain. No, I can't. Okay, and then the other construction is Garrison Colonia. I think there's Garrison Municipia after that. Where is it? Yeah, Garrison Municipia, and it is on the board. It's 3,000. I've got 11,000 at the moment. Can I risk it? It would give me only, well, I don't know, 8,000, wouldn't it? Is that enough to repair the buildings in the place I'm about to take? I don't know. So what I'm going to do is see how I go first. Trouble populace mission, encourage populace, household expands. All very good. Thank you very much. Right. I could probably do with finding out if I've got any empty buildings. Let's just have a quick whack round those, because if I've got any empty, they'll just go to squalor, and I have to put something in there. Otherwise I'm just going to get minuses, and it's going to get worse and worse, and then it's going to cost me a load of money to break down the slums. That's what it is, by the way. That's what causes the squalor, the slums, as I remember from doing this before. Yeah, I know, loads of buildings that upgrade. Do you remember before I said I've got to take territories because I'm running out of buildings that I can upgrade? Well, that was a stupid idea, because there's no way I'm running out of buildings. Right, okay. Or, sorry, running out of places where I can put buildings. No, I must have been around them all by now, surely. Yep, okay, I'm not going to search anymore. I'm pretty sure that's it. Right, okay, well, now what I want to do is... let me show you this, by the way. If I hover over there, can you see just where it says courier, and you see that question mark? Just above the question mark there, slightly to the left of it, rising to the centre of it, is like a red border line there. That's as far as those units can go if they wanted to attack me. Well, if I wanted to move, in fact. This one here, you can see, not that immediate dark red one, that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for the other one, the slightly lighter line. Now the problem is this one doesn't have a slightly lighter red line. In other words, it can't move. It can only go as far as that, you know, as far as that thin line that it's telling you about. What does it tell us on here? You know, forcing, right, he can't move at all. This one here, oh, forcing this stance cannot move. Well, okay, but he can't move either. So what does that mean? Defences, barricades, cost 50% of the force's total movement range to assume this stance. Right, forcing this stance cannot move. I don't quite understand that, but anyway, if you look, you'll see there is no red line on that one. And if you look, you know, thin red line, you'll see that there is one on. Oh, I thought there was. Where's it gone now? I can't see it myself now. It's really strange. I don't know why I can't see that anymore. I've seen that before. Maybe it's because they just can't move. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look at this one. See what it shows me on here. Yeah, you see that line there? That shows where he can move to. If you look just between the two lots of woods there, I don't think I can move because it oh no, it's there. Can you see that? It's just there. That's where he can move to. But it's not showing me anywhere that he can move to at all, is it? I mean, it shows me his zone of control, if you like, the area that you can't walk into, but basically he can't reach me. So simple as that. He can't move. So anyway, we're perfectly safe there. That's at the end of the day what I'm trying to say here. So the next thing I need to do is get my spies up there, and I know it's going to cost me money, and that's part of the reason why I didn't do anything with regard to those buildings, because I knew I might need some money. First of all, I need to, well, I want to sabotage because it'd be nice to do, but really I want to find out exactly what he's got in there and anything else that he might have around. So just reduce that garrison for me, please. Successful. Excellent. That's what we like to see. Does he get... Oh yes, good, even better. Let's just upgrade him then
How can I be of
to...
assistance?
No. No. Right. What's that one then? Manipulate, persuade, infiltrate, wealth and culture. No. This one. Critical success in all action. I'm going to go for that one because you just get something good in all. Right. Now next one is another spy who I've got over here. Now I would have used my spies
How can I be of
over at
assistance?
Lepidus's armies if he'd have been able to reach me in one turn, but he can't, so I'm really not frightened of him at all there. I'd look at what effect I'd had with my first ones, you know, with my first spy, you know, sort of how much he'd taken down the garrison by poisoning the wells. I'm going for that again, by the way. Just want to reduce his numbers. He's only got a garrison in there, which has got to be good news. Yes!
I have seen it done.
Wow! Is he going to go up in value as well? Yes, he has.
No
Brilliant.
man can
Just have a
stop
quick
me.
check though. Novo Carthagio. 97 out of 120 men for his veteran legionnaires, or legionaries rather. 216 out of 240, 171 out of 240, 101, right, okay. Not as brilliant as I thought it might be, but
My
it's not at all
skills are
bad.
rules.
So, okay, what can this one do? Critical success, campaign movement, company in general, evading enemy targets. Now I'm going to go for that one. And is that it? Yes, that's it, isn't it? Okay, well, disappointed really. I thought I would get more of them than that. Did I get any of these? 16! He's only got 16 out of 120 left. So we really, really, really did hit them, didn't we? So I wonder if it's worth putting in one of these as well. Let's try a veteran. See what he can do. Subversion. Raid. Assault garrison. Now that would be good if I can get his number down significantly. I forget what he was now. 89 out of 120 or something. Major damage on a single unit. Let's try him.
And attack again.
Another one of my achievements would be, if I got it, yes, would be to achieve the maximum level with an agent. So increasing rank, that's good. Oh dear, I feel a sneeze coming on. Ah, they always come in threes, so there might be two more on the way. Right, okay, what have we got here? Right, 25 out of 120. Wow. I mean, he's dead, isn't he? He's gone. Okay, well, that's 9,850 it's taken out of me. I don't want to take any more than that out, do I? So, wow, he's lost a lot of his best troops there. So let's go in and take him. The other reason why I wanted the army back up here is...
Before Rome.
Oh, hang on. How much is that in my favour? Auto-resolve would be 64, 67, 60. That's not good enough.
None will
Continue
escape.
siege. We'll bring these up.
Ready for orders.
Now, can they get near enough? Yes. I think so. Yeah?
On the move. You have further orders.
Okay, good. Now,
Victory
let's go for this.
for Rome. Let them cower before Rome.
Okay, well that's well in my favour. Are we into the 90s yet? I should go for it if we're in the 90s. 87, 87, 83. Okay, 87% is the best. So I'm going to lose 13% of all my men. I've got, what have I got? 1,700. 1,700. 13% is, well, 170 is 10%, isn't it? So 170, I don't know, 220 I'm going to lose. Let's see if I can do it in less than that. So in fact, I'm going to make a note of that. Let's write that down and then see what we actually do lose. So it is, what did I say? 952, 750, let's call the 952, just call it 950. So that is, what did I say? I said 1,700, didn't I? Yeah, 1,700. 1,700. 13%. Right. Okay, let's see what actually happens at the end of this then. Okay, I'll get it started and then I'll... oh, hang on, I need to come out of here first. Yeah, because those other two sneezers haven't arrived yet, so they're bound to be on their way, so... Okay, let's assault, and I'll bring you in when the actual battle starts. What am I up to now? 25 minutes. Oh, I didn't really want to make this video more than half an hour if I could get away with it. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get my troops somewhere near first. You know, I'll actually get all my reinforcements on and see what I can do about that, because that says a garrison fleet, 120. They shouldn't have 120. There was about 16 of them left, weren't there? That's odd. I don't quite understand that, unless there was some other troops somewhere else, but garrison fleet 120, it's not right. Okay, anyway, bring you in when it all starts, and I've got myself into a decent position. Back in a second, folks. Okay, that's the last of the units in place. Let's do a Control M, move everybody up. You'd think it would be nice, wouldn't you, just to be able to target somebody from here. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that way because the enemy tend to move somewhere, like they'll go all the way over there, so you can't hit them, and then it becomes a waste of time. You should be able to say, you know, attack nearest target or something, but you can't. So, okay, Control C, that's mine. Oh, that's horse, sorry. Control I. Yeah, okay, I know we're being hit now. In fact, let's do a Control M and get them to run the rest of the way then. If they're already being hit, let's get them to run. Okay, Control I. Now if I do the Shift button and ask them to move forwards, that should do it for me, so let's have a go. Okay. Oh, are they all running? No, they're not. That's good. Right, what I want is Testudo formations doing this.
At your service. First cohort.
Ah. They can't. Oh, of course they can't, because they're carrying ladders. They can't carry ladders and have shields above their heads at the same time. Okay, perhaps there's more training required there. Right. I don't know if these are going to be any use to me at all, but I'll bring them up anyway.
Riders and the double.
Now they should. If you hold down Shift, they should walk, but they didn't, did they? They ran. So I don't quite know why that was. Something was flashing then. Blimey. Whoa, what's that? Longbow hunters are all ready. Well, let's take all the missile troops back then. I don't want to lose my longbow hunters, thank you very much. Crikey me, that was awesome. What on earth suddenly hit those guys? That was bad news. Right, okay, you guys can go up there. You guys can go up there. You guys can go up there. And you can go up there. And by the way, these guys are pretty darn good. You know, I mean, these are, you know, quality troops. What on earth hit those guys? I should say, by the way, the ships, he did have 2 lots of 60 from his ships, and he advanced them immediately, I think it might be those, I don't know, immediately into his city, so he has got that additional fire factor over me right away. So I'm going to bring these up because they're going to come up in support of that main attack that you've seen in there. I'm not sure I want these anywhere near, to be honest with you. I think I'll just keep them at the back. Right, okay, we might just need those a little bit closer. And those as well. Still in Testudo mode.
Legionaries!
These as well.
March! Many troops awaiting orders.
They'll be drawing fire, I'm sure. A lot of fire by the look of it, but, you know, that's their job, isn't it, really? Right, now these guys should be able to hit those now, legionnaires. Now I've got legionaries rather. I've got first cohort there with a 50 attack against these guys, legionnaires. So we should legionaries, sorry. So we should be in a pretty good position there. In there we're going against levies, so they don't stand much of a chance there, do they either? In here as well, again I don't know what we're going in against there, but they're not brilliant, are they? So. Oh no, they're legionaries. Yeah, so they're not bad at all. Right, now these guys can now, well, they can go up once the ladders are free. So the ladders look fairly free on that side there. So let's go up this side as well here. Whoops. Like there. In fact, you can go after them as well, actually. Okay, and I think we can get you up there now as well, can't we? You should have taken those out by now.
Legionaries!
And you there. Anybody else is not doing anything yet? Okay,
Advance!
I think that should
Melee
be
infantry!
all the foot engaged pretty soon. Is that right? Is he just waiting for his
Brave
chance, is
Romans to
he?
a man!
Not too sure.
Come engage! And for glory! Get
What are we
forward!
doing in there? 90 out of 120. Oh dear, could be losing more than our 30%. Never did work out what the 30% was, to be honest. 13% was, but I think we've lost them simply from those longbowmen. They really got a hammering, didn't they? In fact, they're Velites, 64 out of 90. Such a shame that those boatmen got into the city, so I didn't make a wise decision there, I'm afraid. Right, okay, unfortunately these guys are getting hit by those towers over there, which I don't want to continue. As soon as I've got out of there, the better. He's still got 80 legionaries in there. Why aren't they attacking? Come on! Move, 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 move! And you! Move, move, move. Oh, hang on. They haven't gone yet, have they? Why is this tower still shooting at me? It shouldn't be. We should have control of that by now. Those legionaries are fighting well.
Forward!
Blimey, he's got something shooting at me there as well. Those levies, I think. Maybe I should have...
Longbow hunters! Fire!
Let's get those shooting, shall we? Ah, no. No, it's okay. Our guys are in there now, so... No, pull them back. Don't want to be wasting time there. He's still down here, isn't he? Right. Is that it yet? Could have done with that tower, couldn't I, really? 58, 59. I'm going to lose loads here. 62 out of 120. 120 there. Has he gone yet? No. Damn, I need him to go. Desperately need him to go. Something else is shooting at me. Why is that tower still shooting at me? That should surely be mine now. Right, I think we're throwing our javelins at these guys. They're shattered. 13 out of 60. Right, okay. I think... Is that it yet? Yes. I think so. They're all gone? Yep, okay. Control I. And let's get everybody in here. Where are we going? In here. Okay. Double time. I'll bring the better ones of these over, and these to back them up. I'll get them to run into position actually. Now hopefully they will run over the walls, you know, over the ladders. I've no idea how I'm doing for time because I left the timer running as I said before, so not still fighting anything am I on here? No. Everything's defeated. I think you'll find it's these towers that cause the greatest problems. It's now held by me, of course, but he hasn't. It's not all over yet, which means that he's probably got a unit or more in here, which he has. Vigiles and plebs and what are they? They're his veterans, are they? Come on. He's disappeared. They've disappeared, haven't they? Okay, I might just speed them up actually while they get into position there because it's going to take a while, isn't it? So, okay, what are they? Are these the archers yet? Longbow hunters? Yep, and those as well. Right, good. I don't know why these here are becoming mine. That means I can bring my horse in, does it? No. Those seem to be going round. Legionaries seem to be going round. I wonder why they would go round that way. Oh, it's a sensible move though. I certainly shouldn't complain about it. Can my horse get through there though? Yes, the horse can get through now. Okay. Now soon we should have the longbow hunters in place. They can shoot over the top of my men and engage these guys. and keep our casualties down. Now, what did I say before? While they're all getting into position, that is 1,700. 13% of 1,700. Well, 10% is 170. 1% is 17, so it's 3 17s of 51. So that would be 221. I've already lost more than that, I know I have. My horse come through yet? Where are my horse? Oh, they're miles away, aren't they? I can't see them getting into it. Okay, everybody else in position? What about the longbow hunters? Yep. They should be firing, really. Let's get things down to a normal speed, then we can see what we're doing. And I had somebody else in here.
Orders!
Those. We get those shooting as well. Come on.
Loose!
Longbow hunters!
Right. Let's see how good your shields are compared with mine.
They seem a bit cross today, the pigs.
These are very
I've seen graveyard whores 3 days dead, with more
Well,
about them
we've
than
got
you.
plenty of arrows left. As we did before, was take fire. Right, 73 out of 120. He's coming for me. Which I'm not sure is a wise decision on his part. We're not in Testudo, are we? No. New spacing, formation attack. Well, I think we just let him die. Okay, then we've got these, and was it these? No, I think it was
Commander!
these, was it? Yeah, those and these. Yeah? Get him to shoot at someone else now. Oh, I think he's gone. Plebs are wavering. They're the big ones to get, aren't they, really? Ah, they've gone. Right, okay, what about these? Yeah, let's hit those then. And then, these are the main target, really. I want to hit these, but let's get these out of the way first. They shouldn't take long. Plebs, wavering. Yeah, that's it. And now it's just these.
Fire!
Okay, so if we can reduce these, still got 31 minutes of battle left, whether it's video time or not, we've got battle left. It's just these. Okay, 68 out of 120. They're pretty handy, these guys, you know. They're not slouches, these. So, what are these? Oh,
Legionaries!
veteran legionaries, they're not bad. Oh, he's pulling back, so... Or is he? Okay, control I.
Jupiter gives us strength! Forward!
I will get him. Right, control N. Let's pull them all back to a place where they're not going to do anybody any harm then. Over to here. Okay.
Melee infantry at your command!
Pull
Double
those around
time!
the back there.
Quick
Because
march!
obviously we want them to attack it in the back, don't
For glory!
we? Okay, now we'll watch him die. I don't think we quite got him in the back, actually. That's a shame. Let's just pull round here a bit more.
Back! Back now!
Now!
Advance!
Oh! That's it. Okay, I'll show you the results and then just settle the town, but that's it. 336 losses, what did I say? 221. I'm 140 over. I wasted those archers, I'm afraid. I really did. That's such a shame. Be interesting to know. Oh yeah, we know. He killed 245. I lost 336. So, I mean, basically a third of my losses were from the tower. Yeah, and it was really just that one. No, there were 2 towers, I think. But I think that was pretty good going. You know, my legionaries there killed 118. It's very, very disappointing in terms of the velites, really, and what they managed to kill. The big problem was that those javelin men managed to get in town, but they landed right next to the tower on the seafront now on the coast, which meant that I couldn't hit them with anything. I'd left some cavalry behind to, you know, so that if they landed, we could go for them. But unfortunately, they landed right next to the tower. I'd have just lost all my horse for very, very little gain, if any gain at all, really, to be honest. But how long is this going to take? So, well, if we look at that, 1,700, if 170 is 10%, like I said before, then 20% would be 340. I lost 20% casualties instead of 13 that I would have lost on an auto-resolve. That was really stupid of me. Really, really stupid. I think I brought the archers too close. I think that was the thing. The archers should have been shooting from a greater distance at his velites or whatever they were that were on the walls, because he's got a shorter distance. I think I got hit by the towers and his velites at close range. That was the big problem. But like I said, you can't target a unit. I think it's probably just that I misjudged my range on that one. I should have had them at a much further range, taken a little bit more time over it. I mean, to be fair to myself, if it's alright to be fair to yourself, I was in a bit of a hurry because I wanted to get the video done. So here we go: encourage populace, unhappy populace, trouble populace, trade gained, bloody about anything else in there. I don't know why it brought that on all of a sudden, but yes, I do know actually. Okay, occupy, and that's the main settlement within this province. Increase of rank. Thank you very much. Duty calls. What's this? Did I lose someone? Commander was lost in that. Crikey. Right.
Ready for battle.
He was one of my forward units, of course. That really surprises me, actually. You know. Anyway, okay, not good, but also because he won't have many traits, will he? Let's have a look. Well, we can have a look now. He probably doesn't get any. Yeah, he has. Must be the other general that was hit. I don't know. Right, okay, what are we going to do with this one then? Come on. We're going to give them morale for all units, we're going to give them morale, we're going to give them authority. What are we going to give? Shots per minute, wealth from farming. Come on, why can I never remember these? Authority, security against cunning, evading any... No, come on, there's got to be one. There's got to be one about melees, I mean shots. Morale. Okay, let's have armour. Where's armour? Morale? I don't know. I'm going to go for that one then. If I can't find the one I want, I'll go for that one. So what can we have in here? Cunning and gravitas. Let's go for gravitas. Doesn't really make that much of a difference. Good. Now let's organise the buildings in here. Garrison? I think maybe. Yeah, I think this is going to be a frontier area. Now this one... I think over here I asked for a wharf, didn't I? So I don't want another wharf really. Is this one getting a wharf? Military wharf, yeah. I don't think do I want another military wharf? Perhaps not. Perhaps I'll go for this time shipwright. Wealth provides garrison. It gives me some pretty good stuff, doesn't it? But I think I'll go for that one instead. Is this one trade? Harbour. Ships, local, wealth from maritime commerce. I'm going to go for trade with this one. And then here, I'll go for, I don't know, manipulative barracks, I think. And, wow, do you know, 4,125, and I'm still okay. There was another building, wasn't there, that I wanted to build, but I was just a bit doubtful about whether I'd have the money for it. But I'll quick whack through just to see if I can now. See if I've got enough money, that is. I think it's... I'm not even sure where it is now. I think maybe I already did it, did I? Was it that... didn't I, rather? Was it that amphora, was it, or something? I'm really not sure now. I suppose it depends to a large extent what I got last time. But look, I'm not going to go for anything this turn. I've only got 4,000 left in the pot. I'm going to earn 7,000 next time. I'm just going to settle for that 7,000, and my income from here is going to be 228, and I think I'm going to have to be happy with that. This one here is on a minus 20 because I've just taken it. It's going to go down 1 per turn. It says it's going to go in 3 turns, but it won't do because the 20 after next turn, so it'll become 46. No, it won't. It'll become 55. Become 55. After that, it'll go down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 down each turn because of that -2 provincial instability, or that improvement in it each time. So, and then of course there are buildings that I'm putting in there. So, right, I think that's it, folks. Still not taking out Lepidus's throne. I've still got this one to take, and this is almost built. This 2 turns. I've got a military wharf, and I can then build, what are they, raiding ships, missile, quarter mines, or whatever you call the things. I really don't know. I don't know what he's got over here in terms of military ships that he can build. It doesn't show me anything about it, does it? I don't think. In here, Hemiolia. Right, 2 raiding Hemiolia he can have in there. So that probably tells me what kind of port he's got, actually. Because in here, I can have from this unlocks recruitment of, provides garrison. So it's not that one he's got, because that would be the Hemiolia one. So that's not the Hemiolia one, rather. This here, military wharf, gives, no, it doesn't give that. So, let's see what else we can get then in here. See, well, we can find out what kind of port that he's got in there, because it probably means he can't get very good ships. Basically, I'm looking for a port that will give you a garrison of 2 Hemiolia, because I think that's all he's got. Come on, always get tied up with things like this, don't I? So, okay, what does this one give? Oh, it won't show me for each one, will it? Oh no, that's going to be a nuisance going through each one, isn't it? I think maybe, does it tell me cost, repair, 20, okay, it's not harbour anyway, is it? Harbour, well, description, that's going to take forever looking through all those, isn't it? Anyway, it's 2 Hemiolia that he can get in there, and it's not the military wharf, so I suspect it's the other one. So, provides garrison, raiding Hemiolia, levies. See, that's where I got it before. 16 out of 120. What note does that mean? You see, that to me means that he's only got 16 men left out of 120. But it's obviously not the case. So I don't quite understand what that's all about. But anyway, it certainly looks as though he's not going to have any sophisticated ships. He has got some ships floating around somewhere, and I can't see them right now. But anyway, that's far long enough, and I've no idea how long I've got him for, but I bet you it's over 40 minutes. Thanks for watching, folks. Back in a week's time.